Hey guys, okay, so this next video is about finding the light in your own situation, okay? There are some times in our lives where there's very dark or it's disappointing and it's a little bit challenging and it's very, very lonely, but you have to start finding the light in that darkness, in that situation, because that's going to be your next spark into getting out, into thinking completely opposite of what you're thinking currently. Okay. There are some people that I have seen in the shelter who spend more time thinking about why they're there in a negative way and the people that are around them and what they can't benefit from a place rather than what they can benefit from it. There are a lot of people who like to talk about them not working, them can't get a job, they're not able to get enough money, they're not having any money, people not having family members and things like that. There are many people who live day to day who think about these things, but they don't dwell on it. And you can easily dwell on it by continuing to say what you don't have. And that will lead you into darkness, and then before you know it, you're going to start believing in it even more, but you need to start believing on what you do have. So if you have things that is going to get you moving forward to the next phase, then continue to say that, because that's going to enable you in your thoughts. You can think about things that will cause you to be sad all day, but how much stuff can you think about that will get you to uplift yourself in situations? I've literally had that happen to me before, but I quickly got out of it because there's so much other things that are inside of me that is filled with life that other people may not have. And whatever makes you happy in life, that is actually going to enable you into moving forward. So it's time for you to start finding the light in your situation, or as other words, finding the light in your darkness. If you don't have any light in your darkness, then go out of your darkness and grab one little speck of light and bring it right back to the darkness, and watch everything change. Your mindset will change, the way you think about things, the way you look at things, the way you look, the way you appear to other people. You won't be sorrow feeling, you won't have this depression mode. It's going to really like enlighten the way you see things. So start finding the light in your own situation, and you're going to start feeling a whole lot more better about yourself. Not many people deal with that because they know that they are more than what they feel. They have that deep down inside of them. And there's been times where I have literally sat there and said, well, I don't know about a certain thing, about feeling, positive about one situation, because there's been multiple attempts of me trying to do one thing and it just didn't work out. But you know what? That was actually true, but it was more negative. So a lot of successful people got more no's and more door closed than anything before they got a yes. But the positive thing is that expect, you don't have to expect, but expect to get a lot of doors closed and a lot of no's, but expect eventually you will get a yes, because you have put more work in to determine what your reality should be, and then you will manifest that into reality and will becoming a truth type of story for yourself. So try to believe that and believe it. I told you about writing things down and how powerful writing things down really is. Don't say I want, say I have, because God gives you everything that you want and you need, and you have to claim it. All you have to do is take it back. Take back your joy, and don't let anyone take that from you. That was actually going to be my next topic, but I'm going to go ahead and continue with that. Your happiness is your way of thinking positive throughout any situation. So if someone can have a negative output or advice about your life situation, you can have a positive and can correct that without battling them, because then you may be the light for them because they didn't see the light that you saw within your head. So just think about that and keep that right there and don't move it. Continue to find the happiness inside of your life and take back your joy, and don't let anyone take your joy, your happiness, or your light away from you because they bring in darkness. Now, I told you before that I've dealt with a guy that I literally had to deal with when I was at a facility. It was at a shelter, and I was moved to one shelter to a church-based shelter because it was like a really cold outside, and I really needed somewhere to stay before. And I went in there, and the person was just like, I'm a really bright individual, and I liked, the life in characteristics in other people, and I just like have this happiness about me, like regardless. So he did not really have that within him. So of course, hurting people hurt other people, or at least try to. But he actually had more bitterness, anger, and a disruptive lifestyle within him. He was hurt deep down, so he kind of like lended that off on the next person, but I was strong enough to not take that along with me. So, I mean, everyone else inside of that facility was feeding off of it, but I could see what was really going on in that situation. The other people could also, but he is literally not the type of person that I would consider being around. For some odd reason, he was appointed to be a staff member to watch out over the night shift, which I don't see how that happened. But at the end of the day, like I said before, he doesn't have the godlike spirit within him. He is operating out of a church, so that is weird, but it's not, because you usually get people who operate churches who you would think would be godly spirited within, but they are not. So it's kind of like the jack of all trades. You kind of like got to put the picture together by using your mindset on the outside and the inside. So yeah, so you need to like kind of protect yourself by not taking on the energy that they bring, and kind of like protect yourself by not letting that get to you so much or at all. So think about that, and don't let anyone steal your joy or happiness.